Look how pretty this day is. I just can't even believe how pretty it is outside. Although it's a little chilly. Hi everybody, it is Michelle with Garden Jargon, and I am here. Wow, creaky tree. It's gonna like fall on my car. That's okay, I have insurance. Yes, I just wanted to say hi everybody. Welcome to Garden Jargon. This is my channel. I am Michelle and I am out here at our Batavia Community Garden. For those of you that haven't seen Garden Jargon or followed my channel for very long, I want to let you know that I am addicted to gardening, and I am addicted to growing food, and I'm addicted to educating people on gardening and how to do so. So I have a garden at my house, I have a garden at my church that feeds the food pantry in Aurora, and I help out with a garden in Aurora for the rentals out there for the community in Aurora that doesn't have a lot of space in their yards and they want to grow food. So I kind of manage that portion of the garden in Aurora, and then we've created this garden here in Batavia. I wanted to have more grow space in Batavia. There was not a community garden, and so we created one. So pretty much I haven't slept since the beginning of March. Today is April 14th. It's about 50 degrees out. I hope you can hear me okay. It always seems to be windy out here, which is great. If it's in the summertime and 100 degrees with a breeze, I'll take it all day long. So I'm out here, and I just want to do a quick check-in because we got some pretty amazing blessings from our community. So yesterday, Adam, our construction main man, was in Geneva doing something with his kids, and he saw a truck chipping up a tree, and so he stopped. So that's what I do. That's how I find chips, because I didn't realize chip trucks, did you know this? When chip trucks get chips in them, they have to pay a location usually to dump them on their property. And then sometimes those locations are like far away from where they're actually at. So if they're getting done at like 2 o'clock, they got to do like an hour and a half round trip just to get the chips to the place to dump them. And sometimes you're in a line to do that. So if you go up to a chip truck in a neighborhood and say, dump them in my yard, you just knocked off like an hour and a half of their day. Yeah, they're going to give you the chips, and they don't have to pay you to drop them. Like, who doesn't think of that? Hello, let's just take their chips. So Adam found a chip truck yesterday, and we got the chips. So apparently they are going to be in a forest preserve in Geneva or Batavia, it's right on the border, all week. So we're going to get like 4 more of these loads. How cool is that? So another lady named Linda was on Facebook, and she decided to donate us cinder blocks. Also, a gentleman named Mike on Facebook saw our post in need of supplies for the garden, and he donated some of these cinder blocks. It was so funny too. I'm going to call Adam out on this right now. Tina and her husband came and they stacked the blocks up really nice. And over here, Adam pulled his truck up and just dumped them all out, and there was a big pile of rocks. And Amanda, homeowner, said, women's way of doing things, men's way of doing things. And I wish I would have got a picture of it prior to, but we were cracking up. But Adam, we could not do this project without you and Emily. So please do not ever leave us. Don't break up with us ever. So Tina also brought us some lattice. She was cleaning out her garage. She said you could use these as trellises, and absolutely anything that you can think of that might work in a garden, I will repurpose it. I promise that. Then Adam got on Facebook looking for some water tanks. We are on a well here, but we don't want to dry up a well, and I don't know how, even if that's possible. I'm not country girl, so I don't know these details. But we found these water jugs on Facebook, which was awesome. And then I actually did some shopping on Facebook and found out, I called this guy also and told him what we were doing for the community garden and if he can give them to us for free. Because I am not afraid to ask for people to give us stuff for free for this garden. We're on a budget. Like, I barely have money to pay my rent, let alone handle a garden. So I just asked him, and he goes, no, but I can give you a major discount and I'll deliver them. So I called Adam back. I go, remember those water tanks? Same guy, he's gonna do this and this, and look at what we did, collaborated. We did such a good job. So those water tanks will be cleaned out. They had Elmer's glue in them. non-toxic. We can rinse those tanks out, and we're going to ask the fire department help us fill those up if they can, which would be pretty fabulous. Then I was driving through the neighborhood because it's garbage day, my favorite day of the week, Wednesdays, hump day, and found some cardboard. So got some large pieces of cardboard. We can get cardboard all day long, but we have a 100-foot by 60-foot garden bed that we need to line and carpet with cardboard, and we're not doing it with little Amazon boxes. So anytime we can find large boxes, TV boxes, like anything large, the better. So I have a friend named Patrick that owns a furniture company that's going to donate all of his furniture boxes to us, and we just got to go pick it up. Excuse me, I have a runny nose. It's a little chilly. And then my girlfriend Jen gave us these, I think they're just like pickets to a fence. We're going to scrape those down, get the wood chips off of there, and then Amanda is so crafty, and she'll paint those up, and we'll use those for plant markers for the rental beds or the community beds, depending on how many we actually got. And then we had another gentleman donate all of these outdoor stackable chairs. Like, how does that not scream classes and community and sitting around and just enjoying each other's company in our garden? Yep, that's what that is. So we do plan on doing stuff like that, like having a class on, there's a couple girls in our group that like to make potions and oils and homemade remedies with herbs for medicinal purposes. I'm so excited to learn about stuff like that. That is something that I'm very interested in because I do use stuff like that, but I don't know how to do it. So I can't wait to put more education in this crazy brain of mine. Canning. Amanda's great at canning and preserving food for her family. She's got a family of, 4 kids and her husband. Like, who doesn't want to preserve food to have food sustainability through the winter? Just different things like that. We're going to have a composting class, like how to compost. We'll set up our pallets to have a compost station. People can bring their scraps here if they want to help contribute to the ground soil and stuff like that. Apparently this property used to be a horse pasture, so I'm pretty certain that this ground is pretty fertile, which is another blessing. And then I found a gentleman on Facebook, and he's out in Wayne, and he has a horse stable, and they rotate their pastures. So what that means is one whole season they won't let their horses roam in one pasture, and they'll put them in the other pasture. And then the next year they'll flip-flop them. And while they don't let the horses in one of their pastures, they clean out all their stables and put the manure throughout the entire, like all of this would be just covered in manure. And it breaks down. And then after the season, they scrape it with a bobcat, throw it in a big pile, and it's considered black gold. Like broken down horse manure, pine shavings, and straw together, breaking down over 8 to 10 months. It's so incredibly resourceful and good for your garden. So he's giving us about 40 yards of that. Trouble is, I have a car. I don't have a truck, and we don't have a dump trailer. So we are just doing our best as a team here for the community garden to go out there and find a dump trailer and find somebody who can pull it. And do we have to hand load it, or who has a bobcat? It's just, there's so many things going on in this thing that my brain is so tired at night. But I know we are doing good for the community. We are doing good for the people that need help with food security. Like, that just breaks my heart. People are struggling for food right now, even after the pandemic has crushed us for over a year. And I just want to educate people on how to grow food, because so many people think, oh, I throw a plant in the ground and grow food. Well, it can grow way more food if you do things differently. And I mean, I'm not an expert, but I have learned a lot over the last 3 years that was successful, and I want to share that with people. So I hope you guys have an incredible rest of your day. I just wanted to do a quick check-in with you. Again, it's April 14th today. It's about 50 degrees, beautiful sunshiny day, little breezy. Got cotton ball in my ear because I have a little earache from yesterday. I wish you guys the very best in your gardening adventures. Thank you so much for supporting my channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Share it with somebody that you think might like it. I would definitely love your support. And please comment below, because if you have any tips and tricks or ideas that you could share with me, I would love and appreciate your suggestions. So thank you so much. You guys take care, and God bless.